When the first three-pointer went down, anything go through your mind special, like this felt good, or anything like I'm back, or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, it felt good. And then I took one in transition. That's kind of like where I like to get to early. And it's always good to see the ball go through the hoop. And then I came down and shot another one. Then I came down and shot another one and saw 3 in a row go in. So that gives you a lot of confidence. And then I think I got a couple clean looks after that, too. Early in the second quarter, I had a wide open one and then made another couple tough ones. And even in the second half, I thought I felt like they all came off my hand feeling really good. So, like, that's what you can find confidence in as a scorer and as a shooter. And, yeah.
Taylor, I know you talked about shaking off a little bit of rust yesterday. Did you feel rusty at all going in?
I mean, not really. I think you're just a little anxious to get out there and get playing again. I felt really good. I thought there was a few periods where I felt like a little tired. I asked for a sub there in the second half or in the second quarter, and Steph got me a quick one. But other than that, my legs felt really strong. Like I felt in good shape, and a lot of that is credit to our medical team. Like have kept me in shape, even though I haven't been able to maybe be up and down as much as everybody else. It's just finding other things to do that I can find confidence in. I'm ready to play, and that's certainly how I felt out there.
How you guys doing? Josh Around in the Star. The run in the third quarter came from a 9-0 Liberty run to start the second half. Coach mentioned pregame how resilient this team is, and that takes trust in one another to go through adversity. From both of your guys' perspectives, what has contributed to the trust that this team, the trust that this team has in one another through hard times?
Yeah, I think we understand that basketball is a game of runs, and not being able to just give up in those moments. I think, especially in that run, our bench came in and provided some really, really good minutes. Really just proud of, Sophie coming back, being able to contribute like she did, plus 31 tonight. She was a big part of that run. So I think just being able to trust 1 through 11, 1 through 10, that we're going to go out there, have each other's back, and we're going to work through those tough times, because New York's a really good team. They're going to go on runs. They're going to have those moments where we can't stop them for a period of time, but it's how do we fix that? How do we change that momentum? And just really proud, of our group for staying with it.
Caitlin, you mentioned the stretch of the three-pointers in a row towards the end of the first half. End of the first quarter. You looked pretty exhausted after that coming off the court. How much did that sequence kind of take out of you, and how did you feel overall getting back in the court?
Yeah, I mean, they were all in transition, so I felt like I was kind of running around fast to try to get them off. I think the third one, I ran all the way to the corner, then ran all the way back up top, then dribbled a few times, and then finally got it off. But, yeah, I mean, that takes it out of probably anybody. But like I said, I felt really good out there. And now for me, it's just how I recover, especially with the schedule that we have coming up. That's going to be super important. We're playing a lot of games in a very short period of time, so I really have to take care of myself to make sure I don't regress in any sort of way.
Just following up, Caitlin, for you, was there a moment, whether it's a three-pointer, whether it's a turnover, whether it's waiting on the bench somewhere, that sticks out in your mind just as whatever play, sequence, interaction with a teammate from today, something just lingering?
That's a good question. I mean, I think the way we responded, like we just talked about when they went on that run in the third quarter, and our coaches told us at the start when we were in the locker room at halftime is like, we already used too many timeouts. We don't really have timeouts to use. So don't let them go on a run. And then we let them go on a run. And we knew like Steph wasn't calling one there. Like we had to figure out how to play through it and go on a run of our own. And we talked about this in the locker room. I think that's like kind of where we grew today. In the past, like that's kind of where we would crumble. That's exactly where we crumbled in Atlanta in our last game. It was tight at halftime. We come out in the third quarter and we kind of fall apart. But today we really stuck together. We went on our own run. Somebody said we went on like a 25-3 run or something like that. And, just proud of everybody, whether they were